Good morning and welcome to the Denver Coliseum, home of the 5A state championships for the Colorado High School Activities volleyball play. Good morning, everybody. Mary Kay Morrow, pleased to be courtside as we get underway for the second match today. In Championship Saturday, it is Doherty, number 1 in the state, undefeated, number 6th, ranked nationally by Max Preps, X25. And they are facing Highlands Ranch from the tough Continental League. Doherty starts off 1-0. Serving to Sierra Simpson. Outside. Ball goes quickly to Cannonbaum. Cannonbaum is blocked. Now goes the other way. McKibben. Already nice rally. Great ball to send over by Nicole Palmer. And right away, Highlands Ranch answers after the Spartans started off quickly. Pace yesterday when Doherty faced Chatfield was really a rapid pace, and that was number 1 versus number 12. We have 12 teams in the state tournament. Different format this year. It's been fun. Instead of 8 teams making it, an Elite 8, 12 teams made it. A serve coming at the hands of Aaron England. And Doherty on top by 2, 3-1. Spartans lead it. And so what happens is that now, instead of 2 people coming out of pool play to make up the Final Four, what ends up happening is just the top team out of pool play. So you've got 4 pools of 3. You play 2 matches, and only 1 winner of each pool plays Saturday afternoon in the semifinals. So far, Cherry Creek's the only team to punch a ticket. They're the only ones who played, and they've won 2-0 in their pool, knocking off Lakewood and just defeating Mountain Vista 3-1. Doherty on top 4-2. Mountain Vista getting, or rather Highlands Ranch getting ready to serve Mountain Vista. Did not win a match, but went on to win 1 set. Its first set, first time it's been here in 5 years. So Coach Lindsay Jaffe has a young squad with 2, just graduating 2. All right, let's get to today's match right here. Highlands Ranch at number 7, facing number 1, Doherty. Ball goes off the net, nicely played by Sapansky. Outside, blocker's got a handle on it. Tip, here goes Twitty, no, goes back outside, and Doherty had something to say about it. It went back outside to Shapansky, but unfortunately it was just a little too tight on the net. Can't get too tight on the net at any time with Doherty. They go 6-4 across the front with Haley Washington, 6-1 with Sierra Simpson, and 6-3 with the setter right side, Gabby Simpson, the sister. So coming over the top, Nicole Palmer, just a little too much. Doherty extends the lead just by 3. 6-3 here. Doherty wins this match. It'll go 2-0 in pool play. The pool for this one, pool 1, is Doherty, Chatfield, and Highlands Ranch. Highlands Ranch lost to Chatfield in the first match. Doherty defeated Chatfield. So if Doherty wins against Highlands Ranch, it'll join Cherry Creek in the semis this afternoon. Beautiful decision. Gabby Simpson in midair reads the defense, dumps it over. Doherty by 4. McKibben's back to serve. Fun to watch her yesterday. Get to know her play. Kiara McKibben's a senior, headed to the University of San Francisco. Look at Doherty keeping it alive defensively. Free ball by Washington. Back set to Shapansky, off of McKibben. Nice strike on the ball by Shapansky, making Doherty pay. Got him moving a little bit out of system. They weren't able to get the block up as solid. You know, it's I tell you, that combination along the net, pretty intimidating. Into serve, Megan Durker. You'll see her a lot. Durker and also Slater coming to play back row. And talk about termination. Gabby Simpson has something to say about ball. Said, just don't leave it up there for me, because guess what? I'll put it down the line or in the middle, and this time it was in the middle of the floor. Doherty up 8-4. Service coming up by McKinley Romp. She'll come in back row quite a bit too here. this morning. That one sails out of bounds for a service error. Five points for Highlands Ranch, down by 3, 8-5. Ball goes outside, dink by Sierra Simpson. Nice dig by Ranch. McKibben shoots it. Smith able to handle it and make that Sierra Simpson, who did a great job of looking and finding the middle of the floor. 9-5 Doherty. Make that 9-5. So ball goes sailing out of bounds again. Well, Doherty a little pumped up. Maddie Batchelder. Now the second service error. Highlands Ranch is going to say, well, if you're going to give us some free ones, now we just got to earn some of our own. Palmer on the serve. Oh, mishandled ball. That was a difficult ball. The service was a tough serve by Palmer. It was right at the face of Sierra Simpson, and she mishandled it with her hands. 9-7. Palmer goes to the 5 spot. McKibbins handles it, sets it up for Simpson, and the lefty termination. Gabby Simpson, no doubt, down the line. That's the advantage of having a lefty on the right side. Pull that ball down the line. Tough to defend. Doherty up 10-7. Smith, beautiful. Or Simpson. I keep saying Smith. It's Simpson. Over the top. Roll spike by Tannenbaum. Outside, here comes Sierra Simpson down the line. So the sisters, back-to-back kills down the line. Sierra, headed to the University of Colorado next year, will join their sister, Taylor, who started at the University of Nebraska a couple years ago. You know, Doherty is another team. We talk about Creek and Grandview, perennial appearances in the state tournament. Doherty, no stranger to state tournament action. As a matter of fact, the last time Doherty played and lost in the semifinals to Highlands Ranch. So better yet, it's the last time Highlands Ranch played in the state tournament and won was in a semifinal match against Doherty when it made it to the state championship against Ponderosa in 2009, losing a 5-set thriller to Rob Graham's Ponderosa Mustangs team. Last year, Highlands Ranch did not qualify. Year before it was 0-3, so still looking for its first match victory here today against a Doherty team it defeated a few years back. All right, Doherty trying to keep the momentum. They are undefeated at 26-0, and look at McKibbins. It's coming from all places on the court for the Spartans. Now we lead at 12-8, Sierra Simpson on the serve. Cole Palmer on the pass. Here's the swing set to Twitty, and that one was working yesterday. A little bit of a mistiming situation. This ball maybe not quite high enough as Twitty came around on the slide. Simpson continues, score 14-8, Doherty by 6. Palmer on the jump set. Tannenbaum throwing it down. Nice job on the execution there for Highlands Ranch. Down by 5, 14-9 on the service. Kristen Connor, the setter. Terrific day yesterday setting. Unfortunate team lost out to Chatfield, the number 12 team, making its first appearance in 23 years for the Chargers. And then the Chargers succumbed to Doherty, but not after putting up a heck of a fight. Yesterday in that first match, Doherty won 25-18, 25-16, and the final was 25-21. Battle at the net, won by Ranch, 15-10. Ranch, another thing it can't do is let Doherty go on a run. Got to keep those points quick and few. Here's the swing set. Washington off the blockers. And Highlands Ranch defensively, for the most part, was in position, but the block was not quite up. And if you're not going to be up on the block when Haley Washington, the 6'4" middle, goes up, it's going to be tough to stop that head of steam that she brings. She can touch 10'8". Most basketball teams can't even do that. So it's an incredible feat. She's just a junior, verbal to Penn State. her teammates. She's got a cast of talented individuals. McKibben's one of them on the service. And look at Haley Washington. Didn't have to do much. Just kind of a flick of the wrist, brings it down, and now that lead goes from 4 to 8. And Coach Lou Krause for Highlands Ranch wants a timeout. Lou Krause, terrific background, 14 years as the head coach at Highlands Ranch, calls a timeout. 18-10, Doherty leads it. You're watching live coverage of state high school volleyball action, Colorado style, from the Denver Coliseum on CHSAA.tv. Back to live action. McKibben continues to serve. Here's Nicole Palmer through the double block of Washington and Gabby Simpson. And into the block. A kill attempt by Maddie Batchelder, and Ranch flies across the net. Makes it work. Oh no, they're going to say that one went out of bounds, so no point. McKibben continues to serve. This one goes off the libero. Tough ball to handle. One of the few times you'll see that happen off of Shaylee Siegfried, the sophomore. She is truly one of the leaders in the state at digs and sets. She's lightning quick. That time struggled. This one, McKibben goes after her, but a little too high and hard. So 20-11. Doherty got as much as a 10-point advantage. And Doherty got to 20 in a hurry. That's the kind of pace. Talk about high-level volleyball. Really bringing the pace. Serving now, Megan Durker coming in for Highlands Ranch. Goes down the middle. Gets it to the libero, Reagan Wanaker. Outside Shapansky. McKibben keeps it alive. Down ball from Sierra Simpson. Here's the quick in the middle. Oh, misjudged, but still got it over. Was it touched? Yes. So Highlands Ranch, Kelly Brunstein had a tough ball to handle. After she went up, she came down and tried to get the ball up and over. She did, but not before she went into the net. Doherty takes that 10-point advantage. Back to the serve as McKinley Romp comes in, giving Washington a breather in the back row. So Washington will take a seat. Here's the quick in the middle. Brunstein. McKibben handles it on the dig. Outside, Batchelder goes wide and long. So a little too much. Batchelder coming in at 5'7", gives the Spartans a different look. That time a little long. 21-12, Ranch down by 9. On the service, Rachel Sapansky. McKibben on the jump set. Sierra Simpson in, finding the back line. As she's got a rare combination, that Sierra Simpson. Best passer on the team. Great terminator. They call her the silent killer. Coach Tara Tittle said this is just her second season as the head coach back at her alma mater, where she won a state tournament championship in 2003, lost in 2002 to Smoky Hill, went on to play some pro volleyball in Switzerland, and before that, Hawaii, made it to the elite, as far as the Elite Eight. So tremendous volleyball mind at the helm for the Spartans. Here's a quick in the middle, beautiful termination, but it goes sailing out of bounds by Brunstein. Looked good and just missed the back line. Doherty, set point on the way, doubling up Highlands Ranch at 24-12. Batchelder with a floater. Nicole Palmer gets blocked at the middle, tap back over, no one there. Good reaction by Brunstein, keeping Ranch alive at 24-13. Set point still on the line. Nicole Palmer serving. Nice line drive. Free ball is going to happen here. Here's a roll spike. Oh, mistimed by Jamila Bigelow. Bigelow, first action today. She was looking, she's smiling. She said she's a little off there. She's trying to get in the groove here with set point going. All right, McKibben, a tough ball to handle. Sets it up for the lefty, off the block. Picked up by Palmer, goes back outside. And a nice kill coming in by Brittany Tannenbaum. So Highlands Ranch keeping its hopes alive. Nicole Palmer at the serve. Palmer 2 in a row. And an unfortunate way to end it on a service error. So 25-15, Doherty making short order of the Highlands Ranch Falcons in set 1. Stay with us for set 2. We're Doherty, Highlands Ranch. You're watching live coverage of Colorado High School State Volleyball on CHSAA.tv. Set 2 underway here. Doherty against Highlands Ranch. Shapansky on the outside with the roll spike. Here's a back set by Gabby to her sister Sierra. Little too deep. Little too deep. Almost hit the up judge. Highlands Ranch on the board first. Well, Highlands Ranch suffers a 25-15 defeat in set 1 to Doherty. And Ranch needing to change its mentality here. How does it want to remember the 2012 state tournament? They need to come back fighting against the #1 team in the state, the undefeated Doherty Spartans, and play tough. They got a few seniors on this squad. Kristen Connor, Brittany Tannenbaum, Courtney Twitty, Rachel Sapansky, and Natalie Brunstein. And you want to make this good. You want to make this a good tournament and play hard. Ranch up 2-1. Nice start to set 2. Twitty, Connor, 2 hits. Mishandled there by Twitty. Doherty knots it at 2 apiece. So Sierra Simpson, as we said, she will be joining actually her sister, who is transferring from the University of Nebraska, Taylor Simpson, a 6'5" outside. next year at the University of Colorado. Right now, Gabby Simpson has verbaled to Colorado State University, Tom Hilbert's program. She's just a junior. Sierra on the serve, her team up 3-2. So Simpson, as we said, one of those rare combinations. She can do it all, front and back row. All right, here's Connor, great ball handler for Highlands Ranch. Twitty all over the block. Did not give Gabby Simpson an opportunity to touch that ball cleanly, and Ranch ties it up at 3 apiece. Brittany Tannenbaum in with the serve here. Jump set on the slide. Washington off the tape, makes it work. Shapansky blocked. Connor's going to go outside. This time Nicole Palmer gets it through the block. Gabby Simpson sets up McKibben, and they work so well together. They're both setters and right sides. Gabby Simpson keeps it alive. In the middle is Bigelow, and put away by Washington. Just a little bit of a seam, and that was a termination that nobody moved. Nobody even reacted. That's how quick that ball got down. All right, 4-3 Doherty in the lead. Bigelow with the jump serve. There's a quick Twitty over the block of Washington. Oh, Batchelder gets it over the block. Outside, here we go, Palmer. She has to go at 5'7", over the top from the 10-foot line, and makes it work. McKibben tries to get it down instead into the net. Ranch ties it at 4 apiece. So Tannenbaum comes in, or rather Brunstein comes in to the front row as Siegfried takes a seat, the libero for Highlands Ranch. Here's a dink by McKibben. Outside, here it goes. Palmer over the block of Washington. How about that Nicole Palmer? She is not intimidated at all by 6'4" Haley Washington. As she's just trying to be smart and find a way to get in and around her or over her. Here goes a swing set, off the pin, no good. So Doherty's timing a little bit off now in this second set. That's the second attempt on a slide with Washington to no avail. Highlands Ranch takes advantage, up by 2. On the serve, Armstrong. Haley Washington serves up in air, giving a freebie to Doherty. So we're at 6-5. Highlands Ranch leading Doherty, and McKibben, fun player to watch. Sure like Kiara Kibben. She's the captain on this squad. As we said, headed to the University of San Francisco. Terrific work ethic, has what you need in a setter. Natural leader, great court sense. Also has an excellent attack. Here's a quick in the middle. Tannenbaum. It's picked up by McKibben. Batchelder goes to the back. Siegfried picks it up. Oh, one-handed set by Connor. Terrific reaction. She is so fun to watch at the net. And unfortunately, Brunstein unable to handle it as she kind of shoves it back over the net. So we are tied at 6 apiece. McKibben to the 5 spot. Quick to Brunstein, and who's there? All over it on the stuff block was Haley Washington. Washington, a transfer from Clear Creek High School, just a junior. Certainly a difference maker on the team. Help raising the Spartans this season. All right, here we go. Outside. Back set goes to Shapansky off the block. Oh, little miscommunication. Sierra Simpson picks it up. Here's back set to Shapansky again. This time off the block of Batchelder. She had a 1v1 situation. And Rachel Shapansky makes short order on the block. Terrific job. She has had an excellent season. The senior middle, 3-year starter. Great arm swing, as you saw there. Here's the slide, and that one, no doubt, again. So when it works, there is no reaction by anyone on the court. It comes down in a hurry. Classic kill by Haley Washington as she will leave the floor in the back row as Romp comes in. Ball just misses, but there's a touch. And that's what Ranch needed. They've knotted it at 8 apiece. So Highlands Ranch going toe-to-toe with Doherty here in match play, pool play that is. Oh, right at Rob, goes off her chest. And it'll stay inbound. So here's the slide, and Brunstein. Nothing but the bottom of the floor on that one. Direct hit. As Highlands Ranch regains the lead at 9-8. Here's Nicole Palmer on the jump serve. Into the one spot. Back set to Gabby Simpson. She'll just barely dink it over, but it'll be around the pin. So it will not count. Ranch. 4 in a row, 3 while Nicole Palmer's been serving. Jump serve again. Goes at the 5. Back set. Here comes the right side. Yes. And Gabby Simpson. Beautiful swing as she gets it down. Point inside out, Doherty. 10-9 Ranch with Batchelder on the serve. Batchelder goes to the 5 spot. Connor back to Tannenbaum. At the net, Bigelow tips it over. Oh, good set over by Connor. Smart play by Kristen Connor. That's what you get with the seniors. Some great experience, great athlete. 5'8", you saw her jumping ability, but more important, just smart. Made a good decision, sets it over into the hole. Ranch by 2. Brunstein on the serve. Oh, beautiful shoot set. Bigelow tools it off for the block. 11-10 Ranch by 1. Gabby Simpson to serve the lefty. Still learning and has done an excellent job. Whoops, sends that one into the net for a service error. You've seen her along the net, has good hands. As a setter, puts up a big block. She and Washington, when they're in the front row together. Towering figures. All right, here's Kristen Connor, the senior. Setter gets it in. Back set to Sierra Simpson. Off the block, 4-point. Smart play by Sierra Simpson, 6'1" outside. She'll go back to serve. Pulls her team to within 1. 12-11 Highlands Ranch in set 2. First set, 25-15. Doherty. Goes to the 6 spot. There's the quick to Twitty. Misses it. That's the second time now. Twitty's missed it, and it was just, again, it's a timing play. So Connor and Twitty a little off here in set 2. Shapansky will set it up. It's going to be a free ball by Connor. Washington sets up Simpson, goes outside. Here comes McKibben off of Siegfried. What a powerful attack by Kiara McKibben. And as we said, in that 6-2, she and Simpson are setters and right sides. And boy, she came firing away. 13-12. Doherty regains the lead. Shapansky over the block. Simpson sets up McKibben. Power dink deep. Boy, that was pretty by McKibben. Smart play by the senior. Doherty now with a 2-point edge at 14-12. Sierra Simpson on the serve, goes to the 1. Back set to Tannenbaum, into the block by Bigelow. Tannenbaum nowhere to go on that one. Bigelow all over her. Doherty increases that lead to 3. Sierra Simpson, makes Tannenbaum dig deep for that one. All right, tapping it over is Simpson. Looked like to Coach Lou Krause complaining about the touch, thought it was a touch on the net by Doherty. No call made, and now Doherty behind Sierra Simpson serving. Before that service error, had rattled off 5 in a row to regain the lead. 16-13. Tannenbaum with the serve, deep in the backcourt. Set up to McKibben. Nice dig by Tannenbaum. Stepanski over the block. Here goes Washington. Roll spike. And a ball in the court from another match. We'll have a replay. So Tannenbaum on the serve. Goes after the 5 again. Backs it on the slide. Out of bounds by Washington. Well, she has hit 2 that were impact hits, but she's missed about 3 so far on that slide. Ranch down by 2, 16-14. Mishandled serve received by Doherty. Ranch creeping back in at 16-15. Tannenbaum, little roundhouse start to her service on the jump serve. Saved by Simpson. Roll spike to keep it in. Bigelow outside. Here comes Palmer through the blockers. Outside it goes. McKibben over and through the block. Yeah, McKibben, terrific job. She comes in at 5'10", actually a deceiving 5'10". Plays bigger than her frame. Does a terrific job of getting up and over and through blockers. Gives her team a 2-point advantage. Stepanski rolls it over the top of the block. Back set on the way to McKibben. Into the block of Nicole Palmer. Palmer, 5'7", along with Twitty at 6 foot. Stops Doherty at the net. Tight game. This is a pivotal point of the match. And obviously this set with Highlands Ranch down by 1, 17-16. Here's the slide again, no doubt. As that time it worked, Haley Washington, so Simpson to Washington. Doherty up 18-16. McKibben back to serve. Kristen Connor goes outside to Palmer. Gets it over the block of Simpson and Washington. This is a great rotation right here. You got the soft hands of McKibben serving. You've got Washington in the middle and Gabby Simpson on the right side. And who gets through the blockers is 5'7" Nicole Palmer. Give her a lot of credit. Fearless out there. Service error. Doherty can't, or rather, Highlands Ranch cannot afford to just hand over points to Doherty. Romp into serve, and Washington takes the seat for the back row. Connor goes outside. There's Palmer again this time. Gets into the net, and she fights, but she's out of bounds. When she touches that ball, it'll be a Doherty point. 20-17. Doherty got there quick last time. A little tougher this time. Ranch needs to answer right here and stop the short run. Oh, Romp hits the net, but Siegfried's there. Quick in the middle. Tannenbaum off the, was it a tip? No. Ooh, looked like Brunstein had gotten a tip. No call made. 21-17. Coach Lou Krause wants a timeout. As Highlands Ranch has got to turn it around here, as that's 3 consecutive for the Spartans. Our state championship coverage is provided in part by Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. We'll be there the day you buy your first car, the day your first child is born, and the day you file your first claim. We'll be there to make sure your insurance coverage keeps up with all the changes in your life. Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. Get real coverage. Well, we sure are pleased to have our sponsors, College in Colorado, Adams State University, Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance, Red Lion Hotel, and Colorado Preps Network. Kevin Schaefer and his crew bringing you state volleyball tournament and state football playoff action. Go to coloradopreps.com. Highlands Ranch now has to find another gear here. Romp on the serve for Doherty. Kristen Connor outside to Palmer. Roll spike over, no one there. Beautiful decision. Boy, Nicole Palmer is on her game. Ranch needs to capitalize. Palmer will go back to serve. And she was effective in that first set in a 5-0 run. McKibben with the soft hands. Outside Sierra Simpson. Down and out. It's in. Got it down and just inside that back line, giving Doherty a 4-point edge, but more importantly, 3 points away from taking set 2 and going up 2-0 in the match. Batchelder on the service. Deep to Siegfried, the libero. Outside. Tannenbaum over the block. McKibben keeps it up. Sierra Simpson goes up high off the blockers. And Connor and Brunstein were there. Unfortunately, it went out instead of going into the Doherty side. Doherty bites 5, 23, 18, 2 to go. Float serve, beautiful by Batchelder. Connor, back set to Brunstein, off the block of Bigelow and Sierra Simpson. Brunstein makes it work. 23-19. Brunstein back to serve. Brunstein can touch 9-9, so we got a lot of leapers out here. Here comes a big swing by Gabby Simpson, and Brunstein and Twitty make her pay on the double stuff block. Highlands Ranch makes it to 20, pulls to within 3. Brunstein goes after the 6. Oh, Bigelow looking for a tip and gets it. She handles that line drive so well. Like, she gets up and the ball's like in her face, and she's able to still have enough down ball on it to keep it in the court. Set point right here, 24-20. Tannenbaum, oh, nice roll spike. Diving effort by Reagan Wanaka, the libero. She got underneath it, unfortunately could not keep it up. 24-21 set point with Kristen Connor serving for Ranch. Outside it goes, McKibben off the blockers, picked up by Siegfried. Nice dig, Connor. Tannenbaum. Gabby Simpson to her sister. Off the blockers, uh-oh. Net play, picked up in the back row by Ranch, but unfortunately short on the roll spike. It hits the top of the tape and drops inside the Ranch court. 25-21. Doherty takes set 2. Doherty coming into today's match, match and the state tournament in general, had only lost 4 sets all season. That's not matches, 4 sets all season. All right, stay with us as we get ready for the 3rd set. Doherty, Highlands Ranch. You're watching live coverage of Colorado High School State Volleyball on CHSAA.tv. Set 3 on the way. Doherty in Highlands Ranch, and the Spartans continue their roll through state competition right now as they lead it 2-0 over Ranch. Sierra Simpson to start the serving in set 3 for Spartans. Outside it goes. Tannenbaum off the block. Does a terrific job of getting this one down. Batchelder can't handle it. Ranch on the board first. 1-0 in set 3. Kristen Connor back to serve for Highlands Ranch. Oh, shoot set by Gabby Simpson. Nice dive by McKibbins to keep that one alive. Twitty finds a spot, open in the middle. Ranch 2-0. This is really the same way that Ranch started the first set, or rather, excuse me, the second set. And they were leading in that one. And before the Spartans, and you see it there, came back and then won it 25-21 as Haley Washington on the kill. Doherty side out. Bigelow on the serve. Connor outside. Tannenbaum stuffed. Washington and McKibbin. That time it was Washington on the inside with the block. Bigelow back to serve. Bigelow, one of the most improved players on this Spartan squad. You'll see her in the middle. Came in late in set 2, gets some good swings. She just checked out in the back row. All right, Tannenbaum on the service. Here's the slide, count it. And just, it's almost like the crowd is breathless. As soon as that hammer is thrown down and the heat is unleashed by Haley Washington, it silences the crowd, or else there's a big gasp. 3-3, 2 kills in a row by Washington. And how about getting the friendly roll off the tape by McKibbins on the service? Doherty, 4 consecutive points, lead it by 1, 4-3. McKibbins going after the 1 spot. Oh, nice, quick, beautiful. That's Connor and Shapansky. They've had so many good plays all season long. The seniors, terrific chemistry as they put it away. 4-4 tie. Highlands Ranch side out and point. Back to serve into the game. Haley Armstrong, 5'7" senior for Ranch. McKibbin outside, it goes. Ooh, just missed Gabby Simpson. Batchelder got it over. Oh, into the block is Shapansky. Picked up, look at the play that time by Spartans. They were caught out of system, but Gabby Simpson got a hand on it, and Washington turned around at the net and was able to tip it over and make it good. Oh, but it just missed, so it trailed out of bounds, and Ranch still gets the point. Outside Simpson, down. That ball looked like it was going to Batchelder, and who got it? But Gabby Simpson comes up and throws it down. 5-5. Romp comes in for Washington, as she does, in the back row. Here's the service to Siegfried, the libero. Back set, it goes to Shapansky through the blockers. Got it. 6-5, you see a big smile on Rachel Shapansky's face, and she should have a big smile. Has had a terrific season. Would like to see find a way with her teammates to extend it and be competitive. Here's Sierra Simpson on the side. Nice pickup by Ranch. Shapansky. Back row attack. Here comes Palmer, who's been so strong for Ranch this match. Oh my, Gabby Simpson is kind of ducking, looking around like, did that come from me? She turned around and she's looking at her hand like it was her hand's fault. It's 7-5, Ranch goes up by 2. Difficult ball to handle though for Simpson. Here's Sierra Simpson, nice dink. Shapansky's there for the defense. Up in the air, Nicole Palmer through the block. McKibbin, soft hands, up, Batchelder over the block and got a tip. So Palmer and Shapansky, to me, are pretty similar players, just smart at the net. They know they don't have the height. They're not going to necessarily, throw the hammer down. But what they're going to do is they're going to tool it. They're going to go over. They're going to be smart about it. All right, quick in the middle. Brunstein gets it over. Gabby Simpson makes it work. Cross-court kill off the action at the net. We're tied at 7. Batchelder to serve. Doherty. Oh, gets the roll. That's a really risky serve. And when you're leading a match 2-0, you take those kinds of chances. And that one worked out for Batchelder. She'll try it again. 8-7. Doherty leads it. Line drive. Siegfried on the pass. Szczepanski from the 10-foot line. Nice down the line. Good defense by Romp. Lefty down it. Gabby Simpson putting an exclamation point on the play. Finishes it off. 9-7 Doherty. Batchelder with the floater. Nice pancake up by Amanda Slater. Jump set. Sarah Simpson. And she actually just missed it. It was not like clean contact, but a lot of times, when you take some off of it, you're able to get it in a little bit out. Doherty goes up 10-7. We've got a timeout on the floor by Highlands Ranch. We'll step aside as well. This is live coverage of Colorado High School girls state volleyball action from the Denver Coliseum on CHSAA.tv. Set resumes. 10-7 Doherty leads it. Here comes the big left-hander off the block. Gets the tip. Gabby Simpson had Szczepanski and Brunstein in her face. She got the touch. 11-7 Doherty. Siegfried on the pass. Outside Connor. Oh, Palmer just a little too much too soon on that one. It hits the top of the tape. 7 in a row for Doherty. 6 off the serve of Batchelder. Floater. Siegfried picks it up. Oh, nice decision by Kristen Connor. The senior does it again. You can't do that very often, but she is so smart. Nice and deceiving on that one as she sends it over on the set, right in the gap. Good timing, gives Ranch a chance to come back now, down 12-8 after a 7-0 run by Doherty. Siegfried saves it. Outside, here comes Tannenbaum through the block. Picked up by Romp, and 2 tied on the net. Nice attack that time for Ranch. Creeping closer, cutting that deficit to 3. Highlands Ranch, Doherty up 12-9. There's the serve deep, too deep. Nicole Palmer's serve doesn't stay in the court. And back to serve, Gabby Simpson. 13 serving 9. Connor on the back set. Blocked, no, over the net. Sierra Simpson and Bigelow called for going over the net, not giving Ranch a chance to play the ball. So point for Highlands Ranch. 13-10, down by 3. Gabby Simpson on the jump set. Outside of McKibben, nice kill. Right at Palmer, who was playing the 1 spot. That ball was just a little bit shaded over in between the 1 and the 6, and just enough that Palmer couldn't get a clean touch on it. Sierra Simpson back to serve. Floats it. Oh, my. Ace. caught Tannenbaum flat-footed as that ball just dropped off the shelf in front of her. Simpson serving again. Palmer on the pass. Outside. Tannenbaum blocked by Washington. Outside again. Rolls it over the block. Gabby Simpson touches the line. No call made. Punched back over by Ranch. Rally still alive. Washington's going to do the setting. McKibben. Power dink. Oh, good quick to Twitty. Here's a shoot set, and Bigelow usually handles that so well. That one a little tougher. I think she was on the downside of her leap. Sails it out of bounds. Ranch within 4. 15-11. Slide, kill it. Haley Washington throws it down in a hurry. 16, serving 11. Bigelow back to serve. Goes to the middle. That's Palmer. Oh. Yeah, that's like a freebie for McKibben. She's like, you set me up like that. She jumped in front of Washington, actually, and took advantage of the mispassed ball. Bigelow back to serve it again. Palmer this time gives Kristen Connor a tough ball to handle. Tannenbaum makes it work. Outside. Here comes Batchelder over the block and out. So 17-12. Ranch has some work to make up here. And back to serve is going to be Tannenbaum. Tannenbaum, a 2-year starter, has a great swing. You've seen her. Leads the team in hitting percentage for outsides. Goes right after McKibben. McKibben too tight. Oh, but Gabby Simpson, wow. That was phenomenal to watch Gabby Simpson handle that ball. And you really, no one but a tall setter would have been able to handle the ball the way Simpson did and allow Washington the termination. Beautiful execution. 18-12 now for the Spartans. Back to serve, McKibbens. This is a powerful rotation right here, although McKibbens gives the ball back with a service error to Highlands Ranch. But this is a very strong rotation right here for the Spartans. They've got a few of them, but this is one of them with Washington in the middle. Simpson will go to the right side. Now McKibbens will go to the set. Haley Armstrong on the serve, and they're going to call, might have been a rotation lineup issue. Okay, Twitty and Armstrong come out. Siegfried comes back in, along with Brunstein. Romp in to serve for Doherty. And she sails it out of bounds. Good eyes by Amanda Slater, the defensive specialist. The sophomore sees it a little bit too high, so she moved her body out of the way. 19-14, Doherty by 4. Well, if you do the math, it's actually 5. So 19-14, Highlands Ranch needs 5 points to tie it up. Shapansky, nice float serve. Forces Romp to dive. Sierra Simpson pushes the ball, tips it into the corner. Tied on the net is Natalie Brunstein, Kelly's sister, and the senior sends it out. Natalie Brunstein, just 5'8". And it was touched at the net, so 19-15. Back set to Gabby Simpson. Did she get a touch? No. So Ranch gets a couple in the row with Shapansky at the serve. 19-16, 3 points separate these two teams. Beautiful line drive. Way to mix it up for Rachel Shapansky. Sierra Simpson, deep. So Doherty just a little bit off here in this rotation. And Tara Tittle wants a time, or Hiddle rather, wants a timeout for Doherty. First one she's called. Her team up by 2, 19-17. We'll step aside, come back for more action here in third set. Doherty facing Highlands Ranch in girls high school volleyball live on CHSAA.tv. Szczepanski continues to serve for Highlands Ranch. McKibben makes good on a poor pass. Sierra Simpson tips it over. Ball active along the net. Oh, McKibben tries to pull a page out of Kristen Connor's book and set the ball over. And a missed touch is going to be called on McKibben. Doherty coach Tara Hiddle talking to the up judge, sends McKibben over to discuss it. Still having a discussion about where McKibben was in relation to the hit and what her hands were doing. And the up judge is not going to hear it. So Tara Hiddle is going to have a seat. Her team up by one, 19-18. Szczepanski floats it. McKibben back sets. Here comes Gabby Simpson down the line. Missed it. And Ranch getting some energy and a little bit of firepower here behind the serve of Rachel Szczepanski. We are tied at 19 apiece. 5 in a row by Ranch. Oh, set over by McKibben. Picked up by Ranch at the net. And that was Brunstein. Here comes Sierra Simpson. Off the blockers. Uh-oh. Joust at the net. Nice job by Natalie Brunstein and Kristen Connor to keep that ball alive for Ranch, and free ball by Doherty. Tight on the net. Quick! Brunstein got it, and the sisters was there. It was off. It was off the block, but was Ranch in the net? Ranch was in the net. The down judge is saying Ranch in the net. Natalie Brunstein kept that alive, and her sister Kelly Brunstein, the sophomore, put it away, but she was in the net to give Doherty a 2019 advantage. But guess what? A service error makes it a tied match. We are knotted at 20 apiece with the senior 5'8" Natalie Brunstein. Into serve. Jump serve. Oh, too strong. Gives it right back. Tough time for service errors. Nicole Palmer's going to replace Brunstein. Well, Brunstein had a good run, played some good defense, effective at the net, struggled with the service error. We're at 21-20. Doherty 4 points away from sealing a place in the semifinals. Outside. Tannenbaum got it. Just a little too wide of Romp. And Brittany Tannenbaum, the senior, makes good on the swing. We're tied at 21. Ranch had a great second set. Succumbed to a 25-21. Here it goes. Back set. Sierra Simpson down. Got it down in front of Nicole Palmer. And the 6'1" senior adding to the kill totals for the Spartans with a beautiful swing. More importantly, gives her team a 1 point advantage, 3 away from a match win. Outside, Tannenbaum into the block. And Brittany Tannenbaum trying to tool it off of the outside blocker, Washington. She had a Bigelow there, but right in to Haley Washington. 23, there's a nice set over. Kristen Connor does it again. No, yes. Yes, she keeps it down. Kristen Connor, for the 3rd time in the match, gets the Spartans off balance and pulls her team to within 1. 23-22. Ranch within one. McKibben outside off the block, picked up by Siegfried. Outside, Szczepanski rolls it off of Sierra Simpson. We're tied at 23. Highlands Ranch has a chance to do something that only two teams have done, and that's 4 sets. 4 sets Spartans have lost this season. All right, we've got a timeout. Coach Tara Hiddle wants to talk to her Spartans. We're knotted at 23. We'll step aside briefly here in set 3. Doherty and Highlands Ranch live on CHSAA.tv. Back to live action. We're knotted at 23. Off the pin, McKibben's hit, and Highlands Ranch is 1 point away from winning a set against Doherty at 24-23. This is a must-set win for Ranch off Kristen Connor's serve. Here's the kill. No! Out of bounds. Usually an automatic point for the Spartans. Sails out just wide, and Highlands Ranch wins set number 3, 25-23 over Doherty, forcing a set 4 here in state high school championship action. This is what it's all about. If you're Highlands Ranch, we talked about it at the beginning of set number 2. They lost set 1, 25-15. It's like, how do you want to finish? You're already 0-1 in pool play. You know you have to beat Doherty if you even want a chance to go on to the semifinals, because it's only one team that goes. And Highlands Ranch came close, just missed out in set 2, lost 25-21, and overcame some great serving by Szczepanski and terrific team play. Winners 25-23. We'll step aside for a few moments. Stay with us, get a drink, and sit down and watch this one. Doherty leads at 2-1 over Highlands Ranch. Colorado High School State volleyball action live from the Denver Coliseum on CHSAA.tv. All right, we're getting ready for set number 4, and Highlands Ranch starts it off on the serve. McKibben off the block for Doherty. Highlands Ranch taking set number 3, forcing set 4. We're 2-1. Doherty leads the match. Set 4, Highlands Ranch starts the same way it did the last 2 sets with a point. Kristen Connor at the serve. Connor finished off the set with Szczepanski bringing in some big points and great teamwork. Oh, McKibben. McKibben said, well, we struggled at the end of set 3, let me go ahead and start at the senior. Such a fantastic attack, great hands, can do it all, and has been great. A great point here for Doherty. All right, 1-1. That's Tannenbaum off the block. No, it goes out of bounds, hit the pin. Doherty goes up 2-1. So good action here. Sierra Simpson serving. Nicole Palmer was waiting. So Nicole Palmer on the dig, or the pass rather. She was waiting for some help. Nobody talked, so Doherty gets the point. 3-1. All right. Kristen Conrad-Shapansky rolls spike over. Sierra Simpson's going to set it to McKibben off the blockers. Got it. McKibben doing some damage at the net. Well, we talked about Doherty coming in, only losing 4 sets prior to coming to the state tournament. They just lost their 5th one to Highlands Ranch. Off the blockers, Tannenbaum tooling off of McKibben in Washington. So the teams, I said there were 2 teams prior to Highlands Ranch. The 2 teams are Cheyenne Mountain has taken 3 sets from the Spartans for a 4-time defending state champion. As you see, Haley Washington putting it away for Doherty, giving the Spartans a 3-point edge. And then Lewis Palmer, another 4A squad, taking one. And now Highlands Ranch in the 5A ranks, the first 5A team to win a set against Doherty. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but when you're Doherty and you're 26-0, ranked 6th in the country, yeah, that means a lot. All right, double block, Twitty, and Palmer kept alive by Doherty. Great defense by the Spartans. Back set by Washington. Batchelder on the dump. Back set Shapansky off the blocker. Simpson can't handle it. And Ranch gets a point. So good energy in this match now. Highlands Ranch gaining huge amounts of confidence. Coach Lou Krause has to be pleased with the way his team has responded after losing the first match of the tournament against the Chatfield Chargers, the number 12 team, who hadn't been to the tournament in 23 years. Now his team, down 2-0, finds another gear to win set 3 and force a set 4 and see what they can do here. Haley Armstrong comes in to serve, turns it right over with the service error. Point, Doherty up by 3. 6-3 for the Spartans. McKibben's back to serve. Goes to the 6th spot. Back set, Shapansky, got it. Boy, this is a good rotation for Highlands Ranch. Now Shapansky will go back to serve, but she goes 1v1 on Batchelder. And she's able to tool it off. So now 6-4. Shapansky, who served well in set 3, helping get Highlands Ranch back into it and get them the lead. Nice dig by Siegfried. Outside, Palmer off the block. Got it. That was a tough block. She's been able to go over and around. This time she couldn't quite go over, but Gabby Simpson, 6'3", Washington at 6'4", went right off their hands and out of bounds. Ranch within 1 off Shapansky's serve. Floats it. Backs it. Oh, misses the slide to Washington. Washington was in the air as the ball was touching the hands of McKibben. Mistimed. Garners another point for Ranch. We're knotted at 6 apiece. 3 in a row now for the Falcons. Shapansky, continues to serve another service error. Ranch can't afford it. They've got to keep sharp, keep playing at a high level. And more importantly, make sure that they don't let the Spartans go on a run. Romps in for Washington in the back row, serves it up. Slater. Here's the quick to Brunstein. Nice pickup by McKibben. And Batchelder into the top of the tape. Tied at 7 apiece. Shapansky part of a 5-0 run for Highlands Ranch to tie it up and then go ahead and win it. Sierra Simpson, count it, puts it away past Siegfried. And Doherty goes back up 8-7. Batchelder on the serve. What's crazy is she only hits during the high school season. She's usually a libero on her club team. Great player, does her job well. All right, there's a freebie, got it, and that's Tannenbaum. Said, leave it up to me, I'll put it away, and she does. We're knotted at 8 apiece. Hey, if you're Ranch, you're okay to trade points. Just when you get close to 20, you want to add a few more. Okay, free ball on the way, roll spike. Gabby Simpson into the top of the tape. She was wide off the net, and now Ranch takes the lead back to 9-8. Brunstein to serve. Kelly Brunstein, the sophomore, sister to Natalie, who came in that last set, helped out a lot defensively. Oh, and there's a point, but it doesn't count because Spartans were into the net. Looks like the Spartans a little bit out of system, a little bit discombobulated here. They're not in sync, as you usually see with the Spartans. All right, Sierra Simpson, nice dink. She came flying in to help out. Gets the friendly roll over the net, and Ranch leads it by 1. Doherty in the serve. Gabby Simpson will go back. 10-9, Ranch leads it. The lefty. Short serve. That one was a little flat. Looked like she kind of palmed it a little bit instead of getting it lower on the hand. Service air. Ranch gets the free one. Leads it by 2. Kristen Connor. She and Sapansky. Special year together, making it back to state, the seniors. Outside, back set to Sierra Simpson, picked up by Connor, dumped over by Shapansky. Hurries over to block on McKibben. McKibben just catches the back line. She is so deceiving, but so strong. Great court sense, gets it down. Doherty pulls it within 1, 11-10. Sierra Simpson on the serve. Siegfried on the pass, up to Tannenbaum. Dink, nice dig by Batchelder. Power dink there by McKibben. Back set. Shapansky got it off the arms of Gabby Simpson. This is a good rotation right here for Ranch. They're forcing Gabby Simpson to dig some balls. She's struggling a little bit right now. Simpson on the set. Oh, she has to set it over, but mishandled it. She might be a little bit off right now. Mentally, a little bit shaken by Highlands Ranch. She's going to come out. Coach is going to have her sit down. She's going to come out and bring in the libero, and that's going to be Reagan Wanica. Sierra Simpson stays in. Here's the pass. Roll spike by Washington off the pin. And folks, take a double take at the score, and it is correct. Highlands Ranch is leading Doherty 14-10 in set 4. Bigelow with the roll spike. Kristen Connor, oh, nice quick, but Twitty barely could handle it, and Washington is called for over the net. Highlands Ranch goes up by 5, and Coach Tara Hiddle wants to talk about it. Doherty struggling here mentally. They are off the game of the Spartans, and Ranch leads it by 5. You're watching live coverage of Colorado High School State volleyball action right here on CHSAA.tv. The Doherty Spartans find themselves in a different position, down by 5, 15-10, and Tannenbaum gives it right back after being part of a 4-0 run on serve. sends a serve long and gives Doherty the ball back, 15-11. Bigelow into the service area, the senior. Hits it to the one spot. Connor outside, Palmer off the blockers, got it. McKibben and Washington all over Nicole Palmer, smartly goes off of McKibben and goes off her hands and out of bounds. In to serve for the Falcons, Megan Durker, giving Twitty a seat in the back row. 16-11, and here's the slide. Roll spike this time by Washington, stays in, picked up by the Falcons. And we got a double hit by Highlands Ranch. So point inside out for Doherty, 16-12. Back to serve McKibben, who's done fantastic here today. Oh, a miss pass. Serve receive not handled well that time by Amanda Slater. Rare miscue by the sophomore defensive specialist. Six seniors on this squad to be matched by 5 sophomores. Young squad. Little good mix for the Ranch Falcons. Here's a back set. Szczepanski off the blocker. She got it off the inside hand of Haley Washington. And the senior against the junior makes it work, giving Ranch a 4-point advantage at 17-13. Szczepanski, tough server. Floats it in the middle, forces Sierra Simpson to handle it. In the middle, great attack there time by Gabby Simpson. Outside, Nicole Palmer, cross court. Picked up by Wanaka. Here's a set to Batchelder, out. So McKibben set up Batchelder. She sends it long, 18-13, Ranch in the lead. Szczepanski still serving. Will she float it this time? Goes right at Simpson again in the 6-hole. Simpson from back row attack, sends it out. 19-13. A 6-point advantage. Ranch has got to keep the momentum if they want to send this into a 5th set. There's the pass, tough ball to handle for McKibben, but sent over by Batchelder. Quick, oh no! Kristen Connor almost sent it over for a point again. Haley Washington, power dink, finds the hole. Point inside out for Doherty. 19-14 as Romp goes in for Washington. So we'll see here if this is the type of rotation that'll work well for Highlands Ranch with Washington out of the front line. Romp back in. She'll start it from the back row and serve. 19-14, Ranch by 5. Palmer, tough pass. Oh, Kristen Connor did all she could to handle that ball, to make something out of nothing. And she kind of palmed it to bring it back in, and she was called for it. Good effort, but to no avail. Point, Doherty, back to within 4. 19-15, Highlands Ranch. Nice dig by Slater. Quick to Tannenbaum. Oh, and they're going to call a lift. Yeah, that was. Kristen Connor just got it up enough, but Tannenbaum carried it over. It's 19-16. Going back to Slater. Better ball to handle for Connor. Outside Palmer, got it wide. Oh, radical angle. Could not keep it in the court. Coach Lou Krause calls a timely timeout here. 19-17. Highlands Ranch leads it in set number 4. Doherty, 25-15 in the first set, 25-21 in the second set. That one went back and forth. Seesaw battle in set number 3, and Highlands Ranch came out on top 25-23, delivering just the 5th set loss to Doherty this season. That's how dominant the Spartans have been. But you're at the state tournament. Doherty finding itself in a little bit of an odd position here. Good for the Spartans to see how they respond. Won its first match of the pool play. Doherty defeated Chatfield, number 12, yesterday morning. If they win this match, they head to the semifinals. Highlands Ranch must-win situation. Leads it by 2, 19-17 over Doherty. On the serve, romp continues after the timeout. Goes back at Slater. Nice pass. Backset on the slide. Tannenbaum got it. That was a great offensive call. Good finish by Brunstein, rather, as coming back in the court was Romp for defense, and she was out of position on the cross-court hit. 20-17. Highlands Ranch the first to 20. First time in the match. All right, outside. Sierra Simpson into the block, picked up by Wanaka. Oh, beautiful decision by Batchelder. Beautiful. Actually, I'm sorry, that was McKibben. I saw Batchelder fly through, and it was McKibben again. Great call as she pushes it into the corner in no man's land. 20-18. Ranch goes outside, this time to Tannenbaum off the blockers. The blockers this time, you're going to have Bigelow along with Gabby Simpson with a little assistance from McKibben. She can, as we said, she can do it all. 21-18. Back to serve. Kelly Brunstein, the sophomore. Puts it in the middle of the court. Sierra Simpson. McKibben handles it. Back set to Gabby Simpson off the block. Kristen Connor outside. Tannenbaum tight on the net. Blocked. Picked up by Shepansky. She's going to go up again. Roll spike. Got it. McKibben on the jump set. Nice power dink by Sierra Simpson. Beautiful handwork by Simpson. 21-19. Ranch leads it with Gabby Simpson at the serve, the lefty. Tough defense set up by Ranch. Kristen Connor goes outside, has Tannenbaum, radical angle too wide. So good idea. You know, that's another benefit of having such good blockers is that it forces, and that's what Spartans have, forces teams to go around you, and they can't always keep it in the court. 21-20. Uh-oh, tough pass for Kristen Connor to handle. One-handed, Kristen Connor, the 5'7" senior, able to keep it up. It's tooled off the blockers and kept in bounds. Unbelievable play. Ranch by 2, 22-20. And Kristen Connor will go back to serve. Floats it. Wanaka, nice pass. Outside, McKibben will pass it. Oh, McKibben was going to trick Highlands Ranch. Instead of hitting it, was going to set it over and find a gap on the front court. Instead, doesn't even clear the net. Ranch by 3, 23-20. Another Doherty timeout. Spartans, as we said, in a rare situation where they're calling timeouts, they're down by 3. You know, some of the best volleyball is played in Colorado Springs. The 4A ranks Cheyenne Mountain a 4-time defending state champion. Lost its first league match in 9 years to crosstown rival Lewis Palmer, who won the Colorado Springs Metro, another 4A stalwart. And those two teams made up the 4 sets that Doherty lost because they play tournaments down there against each other. One's 4A, one's 5A. Now, first set that Doherty has lost in 5A comes to Highlands Ranch in pool play, the final pool play match, to see who goes to the semifinals. All right, Kristen Connor, the senior, back to serve for Highlands Ranch. Set by Connor. McKibben got it. That time McKibben said, you know what, we're not going to mess around. Let's just execute. Bump set spike, the old style. Doherty gets it to work. 23-21, Doherty down by 2. Sierra Simpson at the serve. The senior floats it. Nice pass by Tannenbaum. Back set, Tannenbaum gets it back. Off the block. Back set it goes. Washington throws it down. Blocked by Tannenbaum. And a lift call made on the Spartans. Set point for the second time in a row for Highlands Ranch. Serving is Tannenbaum. Outside, McKibben fires it. Blockers are there. Kept alive by Shepansky. Over by Connor. Back set slide. Out of bounds. Highlands Ranch wins 2 in a row against Doherty, and the Spartans standing in dismay on the court as the crowd, all eyes are on court number 5 here at the Coliseum, shaking their heads, walking off the court. We are forced to a set 5 by the Highlands Ranch Falcons. Down 2-0, fight their way back to tie this match, 25-23, and then again 25-21 to send it to 5 sets. Stay with us. You're watching some excellent Colorado High School volleyball action. It's the state tournament down at the Denver Coliseum live on CHSAA.tv. Set 5 underway. Highlands Ranch against number 1 Doherty gets the first point. The third straight set that Highlands Ranch starts off with a point. Folks, this is high-level basketball, volleyball rather. This is exactly what high school sports all about. State tournament. Highlands Ranch keeps the momentum as McKibben sends her hit sailing out of bounds. Ranch 2-0 at the serve. Kristen Connor. She has been just fantastic today. Floats it in the middle. Batchelder takes it. Slide on the way. Ooh, a deke. Great decision by the junior, Haley Washington. The 6'4 junior transfer has verbally committed to Penn State, making a point, getting it side out for her team. Outside, Tannenbaum, roll spike. Bigelow on the dig. Outside, here's, McKibben, tough ball to handle, got it over. Free ball, they're gonna call 4 hits on Highlands Ranch. Tied, set 5. Hey, it's the first 1 to 15, so points are at a premium here for both squads. 2-2. Bigelow continues to serve. Palmer, nice pass. Back set. Tannenbaum dumps it over the block. McKibben, down ball. Haley Washington, beautiful position. That was smart volleyball by the junior. Haley Washington got up, saw the opening, short front court open on the 2 spot. 3-2, 3 in a row with Bigelow at the serve for Doherty. Set over by Connor. She has been successful 3 out of 4 times in this match. Great timing by the senior. Smart play. Her team's got it tied up at 3 apiece. Tannenbaum on the serve. Runs around, gets it over. Oh, there's the swing set. Got it. Well, when it works to perfection, it is a beautiful sight to see. Simpson to Washington, and you know what? We're going to see this for a whole nother year, folks. They are both juniors. Point inside out. McKibben's at the serve. Doherty up by 1. Siegfried with the pass. Back set. Twitty over the block. Sierra Simpson. Here's a, nice play. McKibben set the ball short and tight to the net, and Washington really didn't have much to do with it and set it over the block. Great decision again by the junior. 5-3 Doherty up by 2. McKibben finds Siegfried. Great pass. Kristen Connor outside to Nicole Palmer. That one worked pretty. Nice dig by Wanaka. Here's their lefty. Off the block. Shapansky sets it. Oh, and Palmer barely gets it over. Washington keeps it alive. She's going to set it over again, and Connor's there. Shapansky blocked. Connor sets up to Shapansky. Palmer. Nice cross-court kill. Give it to Nicole Palmer. She went right at the libero, Wanaka. And Highlands Ranch within 1, 5-4. Set number 5, Coach Lou Krause. Hey, he's been doing this 14 years. And he's seen his team 4 of the last 5 years in the state tournament. 3 years ago, they were in the finals. Defeated this same Doherty team in the semis to get there. Nice dink, picked up by Palmer. Great dig by Sierra Simpson. Wanaka with the roll spike. Nice rally, back set. Shapansky sets up, kill. Good dig. Simpson. Here's the other one. Gabby Simpson got it. Gabby Simpson throws it down into the 1 spot just inside the tape. Doherty slips in another point, leads it by 2. 6 serving 4. Washington takes a seat. Romp in to serve. Oh my, that serve floated over and fell right off the shelf in front of Palmer and Slater. A serve by Romp. Great time to have that happen. Doherty up by 3. Luke Krause wants to talk about it. 7-4 in 5th set. Doherty leads it. You're watching live coverage of Colorado High School Activities Volleyball from Denver Coliseum on CHSAA.tv. Doherty starting to find some momentum that it had in the first 2 sets. They were almost shell-shocked as Dane, my ace partner over here, running the dials. Oh my, Gabby Simpson. Yeah, this is Spartan volleyball. Starting to feel a little sweeter, getting that confidence back. That's 2 in a row by the junior right side setter. 4-point advantage now, starting to separate itself with the Ranch Falcons. Kristen Connor just going to set it over. Send it over. Here's, quick on the shoot set. Sierra Simpson got a tip. Didn't look like it was a touch, but a touch was called. Did not look like it. Nonetheless, the up judge calls it, and Romp continues to serve. 9-4, 6 more points. Doherty will give itself a chance in the semis. Here we go. Highlands Ranch has something to say about it. There's Nicole Palmer with a nice roll spike. Back set on the way. Oh, nice roll spike. Answered by Gabby Simpson. Took a bunch off it. What a nasty changeup by the lefty. And Doherty now with a commanding 6-point lead. 10-4 over Highlands Ranch. A 6-0 run right now by Doherty. Well, this is what it's about. Great high school volleyball action. The community's out here. Doherty, Coach Hiddle said that what she loves about the community, just tremendous support. She said we get it from the athletic director, the student body. Huge boost to this squad, following all the way from Colorado Springs up to Denver. And you see that around the state because 3A, 4A, and 5A are all playing here at the Coliseum. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Colorado College in Colorado, Adams State University, Colorado Farm Bureau, Insurance, and Red Lion Hotel. All right, serving still is Romp. Connor back sets Szczepanski off the blockers, picked up by Slater. Connor's going to go back to Szczepanski. Picked up by McKibben outside. Sierra Simpson off the block. Who's there? Nobody. And give that one to the Spartans as it got the right bounce off the blockers, and they extend the lead by 7. 11-4. Romp continues. Oh, nice job by Connor to make something out of nothing, which he does so often. Batchelder off the block. Dig by Romp. Uh-oh, tough ball to handle. Who's going to send it over? Siegfried does. Great rally. Oh, sending it over on a set, picked up off of McKibben was Ranch. Wanaka. Shoot set, sent into the back of the court. Played well by Highlands Ranch. Nice play off the block by Szczepanski. Great rally. Connor goes outside to Palmer. Wanaka keeps it up. Batchelder would just tap it over. Palmer back set on the way. Szczepanski's got it. No, good dig by Wanaka. Great action. And the kill attempt by Simpson goes sailing out of bounds. Terrific rally. Won by Highlands Ranch, and the Falcons needed that one to stop the 7-0 run here in the 5th set. Szczepanski serving. She's been instrumental here all day long. Down ball, got it, and Sierra Simpson got up and threw it down in a hurry right in front of Siegfried. 3 points separate Doherty in a trip to the semifinals. 12-5. Doherty leads it over Highlands Ranch. Batchelder on the serve. Slater on the pass. Outside. Palmer. And Palmer looking for a tip. Didn't get the call. And this is actually the type of block that she can get over. She's got, if she doesn't go down the line, she can get over Batchelder. Nonetheless, it didn't work. Doherty now at 13, serving 5. Batchelder on the serve. Slater on the pass. Back set. Here's the slide by Brunstein. Got it. So Szczepanski came out. Brunstein came in. Slater comes out. Now back to serve is Nicole Palmer. What a terrific match she has had as well. Highlands Ranch as Palmer goes deep. Here's roll spike by Sierra Simpson. Outside. Tannenbaum off the block, kept alive by Ranch. Outside again, this one back to Tannenbaum, into the block, and Bigelow and Gabby Simpson give their team a set match point, 14-6. Ranch sends in Rachel Szczepanski in for Melissa Petrick, who came in for Szczepanski, sending the senior back out onto the court. The lefty, Gabby Simpson, at the serve. Dig by Palmer. Outside it goes. Right around the middle attack. Roll spike by Tannenbaum. Outside. Sierra Simpson off the block. Got it. And the Spartans have sealed the deal to head to the semifinals to face Cherry Creek this afternoon. Terrific match. Hats off to Lou Krause and the Highlands Ranch Falcons for an outstanding effort. After going down 2-1, looked really deflated, looked defeated, as a matter of fact, and came back 1 set 3, 25 to 23, and then won set 4 in outstanding fashion, 25 to 21, and then succumbed to a terrific effort by the Doherty Spartans in set 5, losing 15-6 in a terrific appearance. They lose both matches now. They will go home, but at least they can be proud at the effort, and that's what you want. You want the effort. Great athletes: Kristen Connor, Tannenbaum, Palmer, Brunstein, Twitty, Shapansky, Siegfried, and Braun all did a terrific job today as off the bench with Slater and Durker too, and Natalie Brunstein. Congratulations, Highlands Ranch, for their effort. Doherty will move on to the semis along with Cherry Creek. That'll do it from the Denver Coliseum. Tune in to more CHSAA.tv for State High School volleyball action. You've been watching Colorado State High School 5A State Volleyball live from the Denver Coliseum. I'm Mary Kay Morrow on CHSAA.tv.